Yo guys, welcome back to another trade breakdown video. To be fair, my plan was not to trade anytime soon. I was actually going to trade next week, just because it is Christmas week, or probably trade once the new year starts, but I thought, you know what, we're still on the evals. If I can get a solid trade in, I'll 100% take it, and we did. Honestly, this trade was actually not A plus in the sense of like structure wise, but logically this was A plus. And once I did take the break even, I did actually lock my account out, just because I do not want to blow my account on a day where it's technically low prob, it's just the day after Christmas and it's Christmas week as well. But there was another setup that did actually end up playing out, which I didn't take, but I did tape read. But I just go over the markets what I saw. So obviously, bro, we're hella bullish on ES and NQ. I think ES we actually almost at all-time highs. So ES is definitely more bullish than NQ. So the only sketch thing was pre-market we did actually. So I'll just delete all this. So pre-market we did actually take out this high. So this was ATM high. And then for I think so the basic I think there's the SMT. So this was ATM high, and I think ES already took it out. On the 1 hour. See, ES ATM was all the way there, so it's basically just a bit uncorrelated. But I thought, you know what, okay, whatever, is fine. So for NQ, my main draw was honestly this 4 hour high that I probably wouldn't have held till, just so I can get my 1k. But that was my main draw. One of my main draws, this and this was also my draws for lower. Same for ES, to be fair. For ES, to be fair, just this. So what did we do? Market open. So market open, we immediately just dumped and took out my first draw. I thought, okay, shit. I really want to see that low. That was I want to take a short to there. But what I noticed is we are also in a 1 hour fair value gap that price did retrace back into, and this was just simple, just honestly, just simply just based off logic. So ES we clearly higher, NQ we took out this low, and we came back to a 1 minute fair value gap, and we actually had a very strong displacement through it. So simply just entered here, and this would have gone for a 1-to-1, and so the only thing was ES has already took out that internal high already. So for me it was like, okay, so NQ has already taken this previous high. So for me it's like, okay, once ES actually takes out this internal high, I'll go break even. And as soon as ES took it out, I basically went break even here. And then price stopped me off for break even. The price did end up going higher, but it wouldn't have hit my take profit, to be fair. It wasn't really close. Then price just completely reversed. And this was another trade that I was looking at. Obviously at that point I locked my account out because I thought I shouldn't really be trading. I thought, let me just lock out his or his. So price displaced lower, came back to 1 minute fair value gap. We went down. I don't think I would have took something like this, just because this is our 1 hour draws on liquidity. So price needs to displace through it to show to me that it wants to go down. Would it have worked out? Yes, but I would have probably got break even out anyway. But it's not something I would take, just because price could easily just reverse off here as well, because we are still in that 1 hour fair value gap. But but I did see this. To be fair, this trade still, it still does go against my rules, to be fair, because we still haven't displaced through this 1 hour fair value gap. But once we retrace here and we start displacing lower, this would have been the candle to basically confirm, okay, we do want to push low. And this was the trade that I did see. So we could have got 1 to 1.5 and then gone break even at this internal low, which we would have got instantly, basically take profit here. So that was a solid read in my opinion. Like I said, the only sketch thing was we were still trading in that 1 hour fair value gap, and because the draw was so close, it was a bit sketched out. Ideally we would have wanted to displace through this and maybe target something like this, but it's low volume there as well. So if you guys took this, GG, this is very solid trade in my opinion, very discretional. Not your A plus type, but I've just seen this play out multiple times where price comes to a fair value gap and we just kind of chop in this area, And then I've seen that once you kind of get out and break out of this range, price tends to flourish, and I've seen that play out a lot of times. And I've also journaled it in my notions to see, okay, if this happens, I will take it. So if I didn't take this buy, I would have 100% took this sell. We could have made 1.1 or 1.5k, but it is what it is. Honestly, I'm done for the week. When I have to be, it's Friday, but we'll see what next week says. Next week we do have quite we do have, I think, quite a lot of red folder news as well next week, so should be a solid week. Like I said, I'm not gonna force anything just because it is the end of the month, but once January does come, we are gonna get back on it properly. But yeah, obviously it hasn't been the best week just because I really haven't been trading, but it is what it is. I did actually take a trade. Was it the day before yesterday? I think it was a break even. But this one logically made sense. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Why are you trading on the day after Christmas?" But honestly, these two trades were solid in my opinion. Very discretionary, like I said. Now your A plus type of setups for continuation in the sense of you get a 5 minute displacement, and you retrace into 5 minute fair value gap, whatnot. This is more like, okay, where's the draw? Where are we heading logically? What does price want to do? Kind of trade. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown, and I'll see you guys next week.